Welcome back to Gear Chat. Yeah. Welcome back to Gear Chat University. Ding. Play this on the big stage, you know what I'm saying? With the big speakers. Let me hear it live. One, two, three, let's go. I don't know what I would do about every week I tune in to Gear Chat. You. I don't know what I would do about that. Every week I tune in to Gear Chat. You kicked off now. Calm that down, John G. Even though that do sound good. Hold on, let me go back. I'm sorry. I ain't heard that in a while. I'm sorry. Alright, let me calm down. John G. TV. Good morning to you. I got a story to tell. Ooh. Calm that down, John G. Man, listen, man. Let me just first start off by saying this. So, immediately after wipe the coal out my eyes, see who's this paging me and why. Okay, so I posted the video last week, and it's like within an hour, Roland takes a big dump. Woo! I mean, it was a big one out of nowhere, and I should have known. Why? Because they had this DJ thing they just released not too long ago. But I thought, okay, it's going on. It felt like it was going along with that whole area theme, but for the DJs. So I don't really think anything of it. But again, we all know what Roland be doing. Roland do what they want to do, how they want to do it. So I get the news. Okay, oh snap, bam, oh groove boxes. Hey, MC 707, MC 101, MC 101. I don't know about that one though. I mean, just off top, first impression, like okay, whatever. And then some couple the Jupiter FM, the little the JO6A, and then the Phantom. The Phantom. Okay, so yeah, man. Knobcon. Let's just get right to it. Knobcon 2019. This is my first time ever stepping out to any type of whatever kind of music or gear convention thingy, whatever. I don't know what it's called. Conference, whatever you want to call it. My first time ever doing anything like this, and it was straight, man. I had a good time. I had a pretty good experience. We don't have anything to gauge it off of, so it's not like I have any contrast or comparison, just other than my experience. But just I mean, my mind is racing. I got several, I guess, thoughts and opinions about it. But overall, I mean, it was great. People were had a good vibe. Just a lot of gear enthusiasts. Yeah, I mean, I guess not knowing what to expect or not like next year. I'm really excited because I'll be more involved. I guess like I'm probably gonna bring some gear and stuff and play and jam and hopefully perform. If not, I don't know what I gotta do to get on the big stage. If I can hijack somewhere, if I can sneak on there some kind of way and just plug in my groove box and just hit play and hope everybody you're like, oh, what's this? Who was this? Like, and just sneak in there, or if I gotta get whatever, how they gotta get on there, or if I just gotta because it's the way I saw it, man. The thing about it that's so dope about the whole experience is at this hotel, which is a pretty beautiful space, and they got like these rooms where they had a space where you could just bring your gear and jam out. Like you even if you wanted to bring your own speakers, like there was ample opportunity for you to just come and just vibe. So you know I can see this thing really growing. I don't know what the other, like, again, I have no idea of what in terms of contrast what the other ones are like, but I don't know. I just think like Knobcon could be the biggest one of all because of how how you guys, not me, but how you guys do the whole performance thing like that. I don't know if the other ones do it. Maybe they do. Maybe they're better. I don't know. So don't hold me to anything like to that effect. But from what I saw, man, it just seemed like this could really. I'm seeing where it can go. Like this can go. This could be big. Like Knobcon can be the joint. Like I don't know. Maybe the other ones are what I'm already thinking that this one could be. I don't know. But with the performance side though, and just being able to see everybody that you've basically been seeing, from the Mark Dottie's and the Moo Bootley, or how you say his name? Moo Boxley. I mean Moo Bootley, right? I think it's Moo Bootley. Bootley, something like that. You know what I'm talking about. I think he's representing Yamaha, if I ain't mistaken. No, Behringer? Yamaha, Behringer. Where is it? Did I see him on Behringer? I think I saw him with Behringer, didn't I? Anyways, but yeah, seeing everybody that you seen, on online, met Enrique. That was probably the coolest cat and probably the realest cat that I met by far. It was funny because like I walked up to him like, I know you. He's like, yeah, I'm Enrique. Man, I don't know, tell me your name. I know who you are, man. Let me just talk about me for a second. I gotta work on my people skills, I guess, because I'm not my name is John G. That ain't me, man. That ain't how I roll. Like I just, and I don't know, social skills or the whole formalities. I just don't have that. So when it comes to certain, like if you ask me, like, but I don't know. It just seems like I don't care about. Yeah, I don't see. I'm not. I don't know. I just like I don't. It kind of just seems highly. I don't think highly of myself to be like tell me like who I am to you. Like who cares who you are? Like I mean that's how I would think. Like okay, and. But if you ask me now, all right, my name is. You ask me who my name is, I'll tell you. But other than me just walking up to you and tell you, I don't, whatever. So, yeah. So, anyways, like the next day when I saw him though, as soon as he saw me, he was like, "Man, good morning," and I was like, "Okay, yeah." Like I could tell, like because when you talk to people, and I'm just an observer of how did my guy said. I've learned a interesting set of skills. I will find you. I won't say the rest. But I've learned an interesting set of skills over my years. And people are people, right? So I observe people. You sit there and have a conversation with somebody, whatever, and then you see them again, and then you can see that look like, oh shit, I hope we're not finna engage again. And it's like, no, we're not. But I'm observing that you just acknowledge that, so I knew that other shit that we just had was some bullshit, basically. But again, I've learned an interesting set of skills. So, when I see him though, as soon as he see me, he's engaged. Like, hey, familiar. Hey, you. Hey, good morning. Hey, good morning, man. Hey, man, what you doing? I'm about to head over here. Hey, man, I'm about to. So I didn't get a chance to jam when he had a setup. I'm sure he had a rig. And so Enrique, man, next time, hopefully, man, we really get a chance to meet and, I mean, not meet, but hang out and really like groove. I really would like to check out how you do your thing, because I love your videos and how you break down your different setups and how you try to figure out, like you and Cuckoo do that, where you try to figure out what you're gonna take out on the road and how you're gonna do your next gig. So I would like to just be a fly on the wall and just to peek and see what to get into. I like to geek out on that just to see how you think and what makes you tick and why you do what you do, type of thing. And then just to like make some music and vibe out and groove and all of that stuff, man. Like I said, like it's just when you have matching energies, if you will, agreeing energies, then it becomes a beautiful thing. So yeah, so hopefully next time I get to hang out and groove with even more people just in general. But as far as a YouTuber though, yeah, Enrique, man, it was a pleasure meeting you. So yeah, I didn't realize that the one guy on performing a Modular joint, he just commented on that one particular video. Thanks for recording or whatever. But I didn't even know that. That's like the world is small almost. Like, wow, I have no idea that you would have saw that. But yeah, man, like let me just talk about that for a second. I'm kind of jumping all over the place right now, but like I said, I had such a good time. But let's just dive into it. And I get it, y'all all say the same thing, man. John G, these ain't these kind of people. But I mean, it just bothers me, man, because I've seen it so much. Like, you see somebody performing, and like people got hands in their pockets, man. Like, and just looking at you. Like, I mean, but the person be killing it. I'm sitting there going, what is... Okay, I'm watching a video one time. Cuckoo is performing in like some bookstore. And dude is killing it. The person pans the camera around to the crowd. When I tell you they have the blankest face. Like they just do not get it. And it's like, I don't even understand. So that's just, I don't know, man. It's just tough. So for me, I guess when I'm performing, I don't even look at the crowd myself, because I see sometimes that if you look at the crowd, boy, it's a sad situation, dog. It's just it's like, don't look down. Why look down? Either you enjoy, because I'm gonna be having my fun. Either you having fun with me, or you just gonna be looking at me having fun then. Because if I look up and be like, what the, and all y'all doing this, hands in your pocket, just, my guy had to be like, come on, hey y'all out there, y'all, anybody? Is there anybody in the room? Yeah, you get a look. Yeah, you had one person dancing. That's why I filmed it the way I did, because I wanted to get in there and show like movement. Like, because if I would have showed the room, this shit would have been just, I mean, literally no head. A beat is going boom, boom, boom. And you got cats doing this, talking, yeah, man, drinking beers and what. Barely moving, and you got one person dancing. Well, I gotta shoot from right here. Then I gotta get the one person that's dancing. That's actually I'm feeling it. And if you're recording, then that tells me you feeling it. Like, but if you just standing there with your hands in your pocket, just looking, I don't know, man. Jeez. So yeah, I get it. These ain't. I don't know what does that even mean. These ain't that kind of people. Like, if you here for gear, like I don't get it. I guess I just don't get it. Something is just not. Maybe I'm just refusing not to get it, or what, I don't know. But I just know that I am a performer. I am also a spectator. I like to watch, and I like to perform. I do both. I understand both sides. And being a performer that's a spectator, you understand performance, so you can understand, oh, somebody just messed up. Oh, that's out of no. Oh, but when you're just a pure spectator, you don't know when somebody just blumbled. That's like the whole inside joke, like, of jazz. Like, do you know when somebody messed up in jazz? Not really, because the mess up is jazz. Then it's like that you thought was off was actually part of the whole thing of it. So is there any wrong? So that was like the whole thing when I was playing in the band. Like, the teacher would tell, like, only we know we mess up. So my best time playing was in middle school. my middle school band would have probably kicked a high school, if not a college band's ass. Like we was very good. I mean, I was okay. I was just a part of a very good, you know, whatever. But it was a very good time being a part of that. And yeah, so when you perform, like people don't know when you mess up, whatever. But as a spectator, I'm standing there and you got people just dead, like just literally looking like. I mean, like, but I guess like, so whatever. But to that point, I guess it's not like these are fans of a certain artist and they've paid to come see them perform, and so if they were standing around, then that would be different. Um, but whatever. I don't know. People are scared to show it, or maybe they just don't like what they're hearing. I don't know, but I thought from everything that I saw on every night, pretty much everything that I saw performance wise was good. I didn't hear anything that I thought was everything that I recorded was good. Like from the first night. So Friday night is just like an introduction, I guess. It's like a party. So the Friday night you come and there was like that one room you saw with the tent. I guess it's like the hotel's wedding tent, but the tent is smooth because it got the white thing. They got the visuals going. Oh man, and then the speakers were like, perfect. And let me just talk about this for a second, because the reason why I can see the vision of it, because the space they've picked is one that you can definitely grow into, and obviously they have. This is the 8th year this year, and I guess they were in a smaller room the year prior or years prior, and now they're in the bigger room. So I don't know if the hotel has an even bigger room or not, but the space that they had was adequate. Now, banquet wise, when they had the banquet set up, it was pretty much to the gills. Like maybe you could fit a few more tables in there, but it was pretty much what it was what it probably could be in terms of that banquet. But as far as like the space and accommodating the space in that one room where all the gear was, they could easily take on 2 or 3 times more people. Like I felt like in the hotel in the hallway, I mean, it's just huge. It's nice and I could have walked down with my hands on both sides, like most of the day. Like there was not that many people to whereas like, excuse me, pardon me, it was so crowded. So it can definitely grow in just that space alone. And just like I said, like it could be just a jolly good affair of everybody just coming together and bringing their gear and just partying out. I could see interviews being done on the spot, and podcast or YouTube going live, and all of that stuff just being done in an abundance right there at this one. It's 3 days where you can get it, where you can basically get it in. And so Friday night again was this performance. That's when I walked in, and as soon as I walk in, I'm like, what? And that's when you hear me. I literally just walked in at that time. So I heard that performance, walked around, checked that out. Then I saw the video stuff. I wasn't even expecting none of that. I was coming to see just primarily the gear. I had really no idea that this would be there. So when I walk around and see this video rig, I about lost it. I'm like, what is that? Like, dude is performing with the hard hat. I'm seeing him. I'm seeing my guy with the notes. And actually, that same guy, I don't know his name, but that same guy with the notepads who was performing on the Roland JDXI, he's the one that had. And actually, I told him I was gonna get it too, because I saw him with it and I had to get it, but he had the gimbal for his iPhone. Now this ain't the exact one that he had, the exact model he had, but when I tell you I was so mesmerized by seeing him take videos of the performance, I stopped taking mine. I started watching his, like the way it was panning and tilting. I'm like, oh, I'm thinking this thing costs $200. And I'm like, man, I gotta have that. And then right then and there, I ain't want to say nothing to him. Like, as like I ain't finna do all of that. But I was really like, okay. So that night, I went on to Amazon, boop, put in iPhone game. Oh, affordable. Are you kidding me? Boop, put it in the bucket. Boop, ship it. Let's go. It'll be here tomorrow when I get back. All right. So then, this long story short, I saw him the next day. When he was walking around the event, I'm like, hey, man, yeah, man, I saw you last night with what's his name? He's like, oh yeah, he's like, yeah, man, woo woo. He had it again. I was like, man, look, man, because of you, man, I went in, I saw that thing, man. I had to get that because it looks so smooth. We talked for a second, whatever. Him, it was actually Ed Diaz, I think. Him and I were talking for a second, and then whatever. So then that was that. But yeah, so he's performing. But then after I watched that, I looked like, what? Huh? They controlling. Wait a minute here. So then I'm like, I just stopped listening. Now I'm just totally engaged by this. I'm like, what is this? It's like I thought this was a synth, like a modular synth, but it appears to be because there's a screen and is this all video? Wait a minute. I thought the video stuff was just the Critter Guitar box, and I saw there's another one by this company called LZX or whatever. That's a little white. But what's this modular rig? So finally I'm like, okay, I don't like all this dude. He working, but I'm like, man, I'm sorry. I'm about to say something to this cat. I got to. I'm sorry. I saw he stops. He takes a sip of his beer. Excuse me, man. What is that? Oh yeah. And so his vibe was he wasn't like irritated or like mad that I was saying something to him or whatever. So he engaged. Oh yeah, man. Woo, this, that, and the third. Oh, okay. So we talked for a second. He was like, man, listen, tomorrow we're gonna be set up. Tomorrow you're gonna be. Say no more. I'll see you tomorrow then. So then now I step away because I ain't want to. So now I go back to filming so I can show and capture what it is that I just saw. And yeah, just a side note, I had a lot of conversations with people that I just did not record because it just didn't feel organic, I guess. I'm sitting there I had a nice conversation with the lady from the Erica synth. I even asked her, was she Erica? She laughed and said no. I'm sorry, because if you was, I was going to have to take a picture. I was going to have to pull a picture out now. Because if you tell me you're Erica, okay, well, hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm here with Erica. Yeah, I'm here with her. So other than that, okay, all right. And she laughed. Yeah, so I forgot where I was. I'm cracking jokes and stuff. Jesus Christ. But yeah, man, so the whole video stuff, is that where I was at? The video? Yeah, so I was geeking out over that. And I just had no idea that I was even gonna be, I had no idea I was even gonna be, seeing that or whatever. I feel like I lost where was I? Anyways, I'm gonna have to let it go now. So yeah. Other than that, so that was Friday night. So Saturday comes. Now Saturday is a full day affair. You got from 10 to, I don't think they shut off them doors until, I don't know, 5 or something like that. Then the banquet starts at 7. And then after the banquet, they have the Saturday night performance. So Saturday is a long day. Let me just say this too. I'm just all over the place. I'm sorry about this, y'all. I'm sorry about this, but just bear with me. I'm just sharing with you. I gotta say shout out to everybody that's at these booths, because all day long they talk. Dog, oh my God. It's not like you just, like, could you imagine showing a demo to one person and then having to repeat that 100 times? 100 times, I gotta tell you, yeah, man. So and then have to be like, yeah, man, yeah, hey, yeah, So yeah, so shouts out to all you guys. I know that I can see it being a once in a year thing, like a few times a year. That's enough, man. All right, we can't be doing this. I can't be doing this no every day. Jeez, woo! This is a lot. Now let me make a video, so I can just make a video. You can just watch it as many times you want because I can't just be doing this. No, okay. Oh, he just left. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me get a little crowd. Gather around, everybody. Gather around. Hey. Let me get a crowd. All right. Now let me talk to y'all because I ain't finna just be doing this again and 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 again. Like that just gets you driving insane here. So shouts out to y'all for all this talking y'all do. I recognize it. Like, woo, that's a lot. But let me say this though. Let me go down this other rabbit hole. Now this might be off a little tangent, but bear with me. Okay. When we see what we see, right? You perceive what, like when you see something, you have your perception or whatever it is you're looking at, and that goes for us as humans. So I can only imagine what people are thinking when they see old John G. All right, I can only imagine. I could tell that this is a space that some people. You could tell they've been there for a while, and that maybe I am a new face. And this new face may not always be welcome and wanted. Or maybe you don't know how to approach it, okay? And the reason why I'm going down this rabbit hole is because this is my experience. And when you're walking around and you see how people react to you, right? You start to get a barometer. So I'm at the Erica Scent booth, and this is like one of the main reasons why I wanted to first talk about this, how we perceive things, and I can only imagine how I'm perceived. When I'm at Erica Scent, now maybe the lady, I don't know. Maybe this is nothing to do with me personally. Maybe just a lack of, I don't know, product presentation or whatever. I don't know. But when I walk up to her, now, the new guy on the block, there's a guy, I haven't posted that video yet, but there's a guy that has a software program. He's a new guy on the block. As soon as I walk up, he doesn't have it. I could tell he has no preconceived ideas or notion. He's right away going, hey, yeah, he wants to talk to me about his product and showing me what it is and how it worked. I think it was called MIDI Solutions? The MIDI Solution, I believe it was called. I gotta know. I think I'm missing two. I gotta go back. But it's an app that he's made, and he explained the whole app to me. But I could tell he didn't have any. He was new because he's new. He's hungry. He's trying to explain to anybody. Oh, you stepping up to me? Okay, yeah. Let me explain to you, right? Type of thing. Erica Synth lady, however, I walk over to her. She just smiled and looked at me. Like, didn't say nothing. So then I was like, okay, so what's this? I'm the one now engaging. So do you know this Pico System 3 thing? Do you know I'm the one that asked her about this thing? She didn't tell me this. I'm talking about amazing technology, and she did not tell me this. Now, this is how the conversation goes. I'm sitting there looking at this like, what the hell is all this? Because there's nothing in there. What the hell is this? These silver things. I'm like, is this a new type of patching? I thought it was a patch thing. So I was like, oh, okay. So she's telling me like, so she did say, yeah, and then she had an accent. I don't have no idea where from. But she explains that she has, or that they're coming out in a week or so with a synth, a box, a standalone box, going for about $450. I was like, oh, okay then, that's slick. I didn't realize, I believe she was talking about the Pico 3 system. So then um, I look down and I see it sitting there, and I see all the stuff, and I start to go in, to my little. I'm sharing with her my little, my little my geekiness. I'm like, yeah, listen, I really love the fusion box, and what's the other one y'all got? And then she was like, I forgot the name of it, but she tells me that. I'm like, yeah, I looked at it like, I'm just waiting to catch them on sale though, cause as soon as they go on sale, cause y'all, you want a little money for it. As soon as it go on sale though, and I get it for a good price, I'm gonna go ahead and get one if not both of those boxes. I really love what they do. She's like, yeah, and that's when she says, oh, and by the way, you know, in a week or so, we're gonna come out with the box. It's gonna be about $450, and it would be standalone. I was like, okay, that's slick. So then I looked down. I'm like, okay, then. Oh, this look a little slick. This little what's saying. So I was like, oh, so this like a new patching point or something, where you can patch into the thing. She's like, oh no, this is okay. So we can take this card and you have the card, and then you can stick it in here and save a patch. It's like, what? Wait a minute. Wait. And yeah, so it's going to ship with five. It's going to ship with 10 cards. 5 cards would be with a preset, and 5 would be open for user. Okay, wait. So you mean tell me so I'll be able to just put this in, slide this in. So by this time, a guy comes up. He just stands there. I didn't even know he was there. I just happened to look up and see him there. And again, he didn't say a word. He just stood there as I'm engaging with her. So I don't have no idea what they're saying to each other. But then she makes the comment that, so I tell her, like, this is amazing. This is mind blowing. Then she goes on to say, yes, that's what people have been saying all day and all weekend, because I was on Sunday. That's what people have been saying all weekend. So let me get this straight, lady. Let me just pause. You mean tell me people have been saying this all weekend? I walk over here, and that ain't the first thing you tell me? See, that's how I look at it. That's how I see it. Like, if this were me, as soon as you walk up, hey, how you, man, listen, look right here, man. Check this out. Have you seen this before? No, you haven't. That's the first thing I'm talking about. I don't even care what you gotta say. You been trying to tell me that, listen. We can talk about that later. Check this out. Maybe there's just a difference of, I don't know, it's a certain kind of you get it. It's just a certain kind of you get it, I guess. That's why I say, is it because of how we perceive things that maybe she just didn't see me as being worthy of one to want to know this, or maybe that I would understand it? I have no idea. But the fact that she said, people have been saying this all weekend. I walk over here, and that ain't the first thing you tell me. So then I asked her, so do you think you guys are gonna do something like this for just modular period? Cause y'all, man, this is. She's like, no, I don't think so. That would. I'm like, man, this is the whole problem with modular, is that you having to take a picture of it now, because you can't just, or the beauty of it is that you have to make it a real-time thing. It's not something that you, it is what it is right now. It's not something where you can remember. That becomes the beauty of it. But if you could patch, imagine if you could patch your modular gear with a card, and everything pops back up. Not digital, but it's the analog connections. This is, am I the only one missing this technology? Like, this is ridiculous. And I'm just entering the modular world, but I'm just seeing it from what I'm seeing it from. I would think y'all would be going, what? So, I don't know. I just saw that, like, that's just crazy to me. Like, I walk away going, I had to ask her about that. I would have walked away not knowing this. I would have walked away from the event not even knowing nothing about this. Not being able to report it, not being able to whatever, because I engage. So, Man, thank me. Like how Snoop say, I want to thank me. Thank me for engaging. I want to thank me for John G and John G TV that I was able to get the information because she was not gonna give it to me if I just walked by. I wish I would let somebody walk by me. Excuse me, sir. I ain't interested. I don't even care. Listen. Well, tell your friends about this right here. You might not want it, but just let them know. What's modular? Okay, listen. Your friend. Okay, just know this. There's a modular, and you can patch in. Dude, I would just tell everybody. You ain't walking past me, and I ain't gonna tell you this information. I'm making sure every person I told him, told her, told them, told. Excuse me, I don't think I talked to you yet. It could be an old man with a cane. Yeah, Sonny, listen, sir, there's a box here, there's modular gear, and you can patch it. Now, for years, this has never been done. And now, finally, it's been done. Can you understand that, sir? Well, that seems like a pretty good idea, young man. I don't know, man. I mean, call me crazy, but there's just a certain level you get it that, I don't know, that you just get it or you don't. But like again, overall though, so then that was Saturday. So then Saturday. So you get to walk around. Now in terms of being able to, again, I had a lot of conversations with people that I didn't capture on camera because it didn't necessarily feel organic. And this is my first time out. I didn't really feel like doing the whole, hey, interview type thing. So everything I did was purely from an organic place of being a spectator, just me just being there versus me trying to do the whole, hey, yeah, this is me, and all of that stuff. So, plus I figured you would get abundance of that anyway. So, all right, do you really need another person, another John G coming in? So I'm gonna do. I gotta do it the John G way. How everybody else doing it? All right, let me do something a little different then. I ain't gonna be coming in a cookie cutter and do everything everybody else doing. I don't want to do that. So let me be some kind of different, like a breath of fresh air. So Saturday is filled with that. So as far as I saw, you have more than space and opportunity to see all the gear you wanted to see. No matter, because no one's gonna spend, even if I spent 2 hours on one piece of gear, they're gonna be there for 8. Okay, so and no one's really sweating you. Like, go ahead. Like, if someone's over there, go ahead and let people have their space and let them check the gear out. Roland was pretty consistent. ASM had a nice because they was right next to the modular to the video stuff, but it wasn't like you couldn't get in there. They had enough of them. They had like a keyboard and the desktop, and then another keyboard, I believe, in the back. I believe they had 3 on display, so 2 with headphones and 1 setup where you can hear live. With 3 there, I mean, you had opportunity, well enough opportunity to get in there and to hear it out, and I heard it on Sunday. So, I'm not certain how I even looked on Saturday because I spent so much, like you spend so much time going around. By the time you talking, having conversations with people, you spend 4 hours. I was up all day, like on my feet. By the time I sat down for the first time, it was probably like 3 o'clock. I had sat down and was like, I went outside to the car and was like, all right, let me go outside and chill for a second, and like took it all in, or whatever. So whatever you don't finish or get to on Saturday, you definitely have time to get to on Sunday. Because eventually what they'll do is they'll close off the area where all the gear is, right? They'll close that off, and now it's banquet time. And then it becomes the night session where, again, it's just a performance, a party, a performance. So I can just see all of this really growing. It really depends on the people that's there and what y'all want to do. It's a nice, Schaumburg is a nice area. You have nice eateries around. Next year I was thinking, I don't know if I'm going to do the banquet because the food was, like I said, I probably have a better time going with somebody, maybe a few of us maybe going over or by myself, I don't really care, but going to a restaurant where I can really eat, because for $50 at the banquet, and I won the door prize, and I had a feeling they was gonna call my name. I just a little gut, little intuition. I just heard my name being called, but they did call my name, and I don't got it by me. I would show you, but basically I got a Eurorack plate that will allow me to rack 2 electron boxes. So like the Digitac and the Heat, I'll be able to put that in the Eurorack mount. But what's funny is, I wish I could have recorded this, but they're calling the names, right? It's calling the name, they're clapping. They called one name, the guy wasn't there, but the guy who wasn't there gave his pass to somebody else. So the guy was like, well, he's not here, but, I'll take it for him. And, I guess the rule is if you're not there, you can't get it. So he was like, oh, the rule is, like, if you ain't here, you forfeit. So, I mean, it's not like they checking ID. So, I mean, then there's that. You just, how would you know? But, so yeah, so then he calls the name. Then he calls a John. He pauses. Something. I was like, I thought that was it right there. But it was like, in the beginning, it was like cables. I'm like, I don't want to win no cables. Like, cables? So then they got to the Vocas. So a kid won. When a kid won, they saw it was a kid, they erupted. I was geeked too. It was like an older kid. And then long story short, after I won, even a younger kid won. Everybody, he was geeked. I was super high. You could tell the look. I was like, man, what? A door prize? Get out of here, man. I'm super hyped. So he actually won something you can play that makes sounds? Man, get out of here. Stop it. I'm imagining it's the one that makes sounds. Now, if you want a mixer, I'd be like, I mean, it's still something, but I think I'd rather have something that makes sounds. But anyways, yeah, he was geek. But they call old John name. This is the classic error that I love to correct, but this time I didn't correct it because it didn't matter. John Gee. And that's just how silent it was, just like that. It was just, then I stood up, still silent. Then it was like, so I walk up to get this thing thinking, wow. I was like, people, I bet you, I'm not even going, I probably won't even do it next year. Cause dude probably see my name and be like, even if I were to win again next year, he probably wouldn't call my name out. He'd be like, oh, that's John G. Oh, that's John G. Oh, never. I see his name again, I'm dropping it. I don't know that for certain, but I'm just saying, like, you should have, just the claps, man, was hilarious. It was like, John G. I'm going, oh wow, damn! Like, this is by far, like, we don't know this guy. He's not a fan favorite by far. Like, the few claps I got, these weren't even claps of clap. These were like claps just because, like, oh shit, it's too quiet. Like, oh damn, we gotta at least clap though, right? It was one of them claps like, oh shit. Okay. I'm like, hey, don't force yourself, baby. I mean, then as I get up there, the comment he makes is, I hope you can use this. I hope you got a so and so. I hope you can. Yep, sure do. Thinking to myself, I'll take that. I'm like, yeah. So now there's $50 I done paid on this garbage meal. Ain't all that bad. Now I got something for it at least. So next year, I don't know. I'll probably it was good to at least experience for the first time. At least I got that out of it, because now it makes it so that, I didn't just totally walk away with a $55 salad. Yeah. So again, and man, who knows? Maybe I will. Like, just because, maybe you just want to be in a space. Now at the end, rather long speech by, I forgot who the guy was. But he made at the end, the best joke. Read the book. They read the book. Oh my God, that was like, mwah. Like after all that talking he did, after all that, and then he ended off with that. Mwah, it was beautiful. So yeah, and then the performance by the other gentleman was I don't know where that was from, but it sounds like some movie theme, TV theme. I'm not certain which one it was, but I've definitely heard it before. Maybe a game or something, but it was definitely good seeing that. So then after that, then like I say, you get a chance, you break or whatever. I went back to the room for a second, chilled out, and then went back downstairs, and that's when I go into the performance, and I walk in and I see. So I don't even know where he's at, like how long he was performing prior. Damn, what's his name? You just told me your name. Dog it. I feel like it's something with a T. Am I right on that? Damn. Where you go? Yeah, so I walk in on that. I don't know how long you was performing prior. I'm so pissed I don't know your name, man. I mean, you told me, and I'm sorry I don't have it. It's pissing me off. And I don't want to take any more time up. But so that was that. So I walk in and see that, and so yeah, man, Saturday night was dope. I finally probably went to my room, went to bed probably about midnight, roughly. I actually got a phone call and left, and didn't. I was gonna come back and didn't come back. I think it was about 11, going on noon, and I was like, I should go back, and I was gonna go back to see who was gonna go on. So I missed whoever my guy was on the Deluge. I don't know who went on after him, and I missed that performance. Y'all probably rocked off another 2 hours. I'm not certain. So I'm kind of pissed I didn't come back down. But once I got to the room, I sat there for a second. I had been up since I went to the gym Saturday morning at the little gym that they had there. Funny thing, I met Tommy Davidson, the comedian. He was in town that day too. He was there. I saw him on the parking lot. I saw him Friday. Friday, and I was like, Tommy Davidson? What? Why would he? I'm like, I know he ain't here for Knobcon. I'm like, so it must be a comedy show or something nearby. So then Saturday I see him again, and so then I introduced myself, or said his name basically. I introduced myself. Tommy Davis. I said, Mr. Davidson. He stopped, looked, because he was across the parking lot. I was like, Tommy Davidson. I was like, man, I just want to shake your hand, man. Man, you a legend, man. He's like, oh man. He's like, I definitely shake hands, man. I think he was on the phone with the little earpiece joint. But here's another thing of that I thought was odd. Okay, so if he was here in town on comedy show, he sure didn't tell me. He's like, oh man, I shake hands. I shook his hand. I was like, yeah, I'm telling you, man, you a legend, man. And I walked off. So I'm walking off thinking like, okay, well, he must be on here on personal matters or whatever, because if he was here for a show, wouldn't you? Like, first thing I say, man, like, hey, yeah, man, hey, you know I got a show tonight, man. You know, woo or whatever, man. Hey, oh man, stop on down to woo. If you ain't doing that, man, tonight, man, come on, woo. So if he did, he'd show. But again, maybe he wasn't in that headspace or don't care. You're a legend. He by himself too. Wasn't like he had no security or nothing. I don't think he would need security. But yeah, I was just it was a crazy event. So then that was Saturday. So then Sunday now I'm check out the hotel room, basically go back, and I realized I hadn't recorded any of the ASM. So I go back over there and I'm like, let me check this out again. And then I kind of just made sure I went through all the booth. Korg wasn't in the house. I had to realize that where was Korg? Korg was not. I saw a guy with a Korg jacket or something on, but I didn't see no Korg setup. And that's how I missed it, because it's possible that I missed it. Yamaha joint was in the corner. Nobody was really interested. None of that. That Mod X, none of that. It was just like that corner was desolate. But Roland was popping. They had where they stand was cracking. I thought that the Luge was next to Analog Cases. Shouts out to my guy Tim, I think his name, over at Analog Cases. I was hanging out there for a second. Bought a case for the it fits the key step by Arturia, but I really got it to fit the key step, but also be multi-purpose. And if I wanted to put like a couple vocals and some stuff like that in there, I could do it that way as well. Because he had a bunch of stuff for gear. I'm like, I'm not gonna buy no case for like my pocket operator. I mean, for like the OPZ. Only the OPZ can fit in it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, do I want to spend $30 on a case that just fits this one thing? Like, or one Voca, put it in the case. One Voca? I'd rather put multiple Vocas in the case. Like Korg got a bag. They got a Voca bag where you can fit 3 or 4 Vocas in it. So I'd rather go that route than getting one case for, like that don't make sense to me. So yeah, it was good hanging out over there. And yeah, man, like I said, I pretty much checked out a lot of stuff. There's the Black Box, I believe it is. They got some Eurorack cases, like the empty joints with the power already in there, or some with no power. Them joints look nice, man. So I thought they were by Intergel at first because they had the Intergel, I guess, power strip, but it was actually, I think I want to say it was called Black Box or something like that. Them joints look nice. They had the one with the army green with that spackle texture on it. Like when you pull up, it just looked like you got an industrial case. And then when you open it up, you got that you got whatever your modular rig in there set up. And then imagine if you had that car with the patches. Oh, this car thing, I don't know what this tech is, but if somebody figure out how to open that up to all of us, or to all of y'all really, to the Eurorack, to where you could put it into your rig and then be able to, y'all gonna be happy then. You know the rest. Woo! Y'all gonna be so happy, boy. Boy, y'all gonna be happy. So yeah, man, listen, John G TV, this has been a long ass class. I had no idea I was gonna talk this long, but that's been my experience, man. Knobcon 2019, this was the 8th year. He said this was their biggest year. I believe it's only gonna get bigger. Hopefully next year you're gonna see me there in full fledged, because I'm gonna be more excited now that I have a more idea as to what to expect and all of that kind of stuff. I'm gonna come with some antics, maybe I will come with my own interview style. I don't know. But whatever it is, it's gonna be John G. It's gonna be funky. It's gonna be fresh. You know that. John G. So yeah, man, Knobcon 2019, man, it was a pleasure. If I didn't meet you this time, maybe I'll meet you next time. I'll see you next time. It was a pleasure. I look forward to it. Oh yeah. As always. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. You've been saving your twos and U's. You finally got that piece of gear. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Wait. I just thought of something. I gotta bring this back, class. I just thought of something. Knobcon 2020. People, I don't care who you are, Electron, whomever. If you're bringing gear to sell, okay, to Knobcon, it only makes sense that it would be for a deal. Like Electron had all their gear for sale for the same price that I can get it online any other day. What's the point then? Like, I'm here getting it from you right now. Why wouldn't I? It just only makes sense that you ain't gonna give me nothing off. Not even $10. Nothing. They had the same price. Like, duh. 10% is that's just a little kiss, like a little pound of back. 20 would be more like it, but hey, like cash, 25% off cash. Something. Just, how could you not be offering deals? I just don't get it. The same price I can get it any other time as you were. Oh yeah, one more thing. You've been saving your tools and fuse, and you finally got that piece of gear you've been lusting for, that you've been wanting for, that you've been needing. Well, I hope it's everything that you thought it was gonna be. I hope you make great music, have fun this weekend, be safe, be merry, learn, live life. John G. And I'm out. Oh! Every week I tune in to gear. You and you. I don't know what I'm doing about. Huh. Every week I tune in to gear. Check. You. Good morning. Yeah. All right, glad just missed. Get out of here.
Yeah, you see, this is John G, TV.